Businesses of all sizes require to hold off-site meetings with other branches or their clients on a pretty regular basis. The off-site meeting business is a $30 billion annual business, and given its size, it is very surprising that there are very few applications available today in the market which allow users to search for accommodations and meeting facilities at the same hotel property within one application. This is why we have introduced Easy Meet. Easy Meet will allow users to search for accommodations and meeting facilities at a single hotel property within a defined search parameter list within the same application. To demonstrate, we can pull up the search interface using the keyboard shortcut Control D. It allows users to search by distance, which would be distance from the nearest airport, or by metropolitan area if the user knows which city they want to perform the search in. It has check-in dates and check-out dates, hotel ratings, which refer to the star ranking of the property, preferred hotel chains, and also the rank or the attribute that is most important to the user. In this case would be brand or convenience. It asks the user to input the number of hotel rooms. If the user has a requirement for a business center to be present at the location, if the location needs to have conference rooms, large meeting rooms for larger conferences or for hosting large groups of people, and if the hotel needs to be able to provide AV equipment or not. Let us go through each of these fields to give you a more detailed view. If I say I want to search by distance from the nearest airport, it asks me to enter a search radius. So if I enter less than 15, it will perform a search for locations within a 15-mile radius from the nearest airport. However, if I know that I want to search for hotels in the Atlanta metropolitan area, I can select Atlanta. The check-in date has a date validation to ensure that the date entered for the search is in the future and not in the past. So I can select the 1st of April 2012, and immediately it gives me a pop-up which says please enter a valid check-in or a checkout date. So I change this to the 1st of May, and a similar validation exists for the checkout date to ensure that it is actually after the check-in date. So if I select the 1st of April again, it gives me a pop-up that says please enter a valid check-in or checkout date because the 1st of April is in the past and it is also before the check-in date. So it tells me that my check-in date should be before my checkout date. So I select the 3rd of May 2012. I want to perform a search for hotels which have a rating of 3 stars and above. Since most companies have preferred hotel chains, the application allows the user to search within 5 hotel chains, within a maximum of 5 hotel chains. In this case, I select the Hilton and the Starwood hotel chains. And for this search, let us assume that brand is of the primary importance. So once brand is selected, as you can see, convenience automatically becomes the second ranking attribute of search. We need 5 hotel rooms. I require a business center, a conference room, which on selection automatically asks me for the number of conference rooms that I require. Similarly, it asks me if I need a large meeting room and asks me for the capacity of people that it needs to host. If I require the hotel to be able to provide AV equipment, I check the box AV equipment. Before we begin our search, I want to demonstrate the help feature that is listed next to every field. To make sure that the user knows what the field stands for or what he or she needs to enter, we have provided a help function for every field, which can be accessed by clicking on the question mark button next to that field. For example, if I click on the question mark next to the by distance field, it gives me the distance, which says distance refers to the hotel's distance from the nearest commercial airport. Similarly, this can be accessed for every field in our application, which will help the user navigate the application better. Now let us actually begin the search. We can begin the search by clicking on the Begin Search button. Once the search is complete, we can either minimize the interface button by clicking on the Minimize button, or we can close the interface button completely. As you can see, it gives us two lists, hot picks for the day and other suggested picks. The hot picks for the day are the hotel's results that match the search criteria exactly. As you can see, it's 3 stars and above within a certain distance from the airport, but in this case that wasn't the main search criteria. It was Atlanta, and as you can see, all the search results are from the Atlanta area. The results are ranged from lowest to highest price. Our other suggested picks actually refer to other hotel search results which don't match our search criteria exactly, but provide better value while providing the same facilities. We also provide preference maps or plots which will help the user visualize the trade-offs between price and utility better. In this case, since the brand was the primary search criteria, utility represents the brand. We can ensure that all the plots are scaled using Control H, which arranges the plots and makes it more easy to read for the user. As you can see, our first result was the Hyatt Place in Atlanta Buckhead. On this plot, we can see that it has the lowest price and one of the higher utilities in the list. More information can be given to the user by clicking on the question mark button, which tells the user how the utility scores are calculated. If we are sure that this is the hotel that we want to book, we can click on the link directly, which will take us to the hotel website and allow us to make the booking directly. If the user has MapPoint installed on the computer, by clicking Control U, the user can pull up the MapPoint facility or the MapPoint utility, which will plot all the search results on the map, as you can see here. You can also save the changes, save the search results to a MapPoint file for later referral. Now let us actually perform some serious searches. Once again, we can pull up the search interface using Control D. Our first case is going to be an executive-only meeting, where executives from different branches of the same company want to meet to have their regular annual meeting. They are not picky about which city they want to meet in. However, they want to ensure that they are within 50 miles from the airport, and they are picky that they want to stay at a hotel which is 4 stars and above. So we're going to pick by distance within 50 miles, and it is going to be a 2-day meeting from the 5th of June 2012 to the 7th of June 2012. And they want hotels in the Hilton and the Starwood properties because most of the executives have the hotel points or the hotel loyalty programs with these two chains. However, the company also has tie-ups with the Marriott, the Intercontinental Group, and we also like to patronize independently owned hotel chains. It is the brand that is of primary importance. We require 10 hotel rooms, a business center, one conference room in case the executives want to hold private phone calls or private meetings, and they will be entertaining clients on one of the nights, and they require a large meeting room which is big enough to host about 50 people. They also require the hotel to be able to provide them with AV equipment. Now that we have entered the search parameters, we can begin our search by clicking on the Begin Search button. As the application reaches out to the back end and performs the search, we can minimize the screen or close it, and it gives us the Hampton Inn Chicago O'Hare International Airport, which has a 4-star rating for a total price of $3,900. As you can see, it is 1.5 miles from the airport, and by using Control H we can plot the search results, making it easier for the user to evaluate the trade-offs. As you can see, the Hampton Inn Chicago O'Hare International Airport is the lowest priced option. However, if they were to go to the Sunset Tower Hotel in Los Angeles, they would get the same facilities for the price of close to $2,000, which is significantly lower than $3,900. As demonstrated before, if the user has MapPoint installed on the machine, they can call the MapPoint facility and save the map. If we are sure that we want to go to the O'Hare International Airport Hampton Inn location and make bookings there, we can click on the website and go directly to the hotel website where we can make the bookings. Now let us look for a completely different search. I have a sales meeting in the Chicago area, and it is going to be from the 3rd of October 2012 to the 6th of October 2012, and since it's a meeting of all my sales staff from all over the country, I want to save costs, and it's going to be I'm going to look for hotels which are 3 stars and above. I'm going to search in the Hilton, Starwood, Marriott, and Intercontinental groups with convenience as my primary search criteria. I need 100 rooms for my sales staff. I need the location to have a business center, 10 meeting rooms, and a large meeting room big enough to host 150 people, as well as the ability to provide AV equipment. Now that I've entered my search criteria, I can begin my search, where the application goes to the database at the back end, checks availability of locations and meeting facilities, performs a search, and generates search results. Once the search results have been generated, I can close my search interface, and as you can see, it has plotted the utilities versus cost so that I can evaluate the trade-offs of the search results. In this case, as you can see, the Holiday Inn at the Chicago Market Plaza is my cheapest option. If I were to search outside that result, it would look for it would give me a price of $2,314, which does not really meet my search criteria. As you can see, this is a really useful tool which will help save time and money for your organization every time you need to plan a meeting for your staff or with your clients. For any further information or to reach out and find out how we can add value to your business through this application, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time.